I take the breathing treatment. When he come back in, he takes the breathing treatment, and I tell him, now turn my oxygen back up. And he's like, your oxygen is fine. This. I said, listen, motherfucker, I'm not going to keep arguing with you about my oxygen. Turn it back up and get on out, right? So he get out. My mom like, don't bring your ass back in here. Now, mind you, the reason I called him creepy is because when they first brought me in, back in the back, they was getting me undressed and everything. So I'm uncovered. They ain't called this man. Ain't nobody called this man. And he just come walking into the room. And they look back and they're like, we don't need you yet. And I'm like, he ain't even supposed to be in here. And my stuff is... Okay? So that's why I said that. So when they told him to get out, he acted like he had attitude. And I asked him, I was like, can you close the door? Like, he was a creep. So then I found out he the, respiratory therapist when I get around to the other side. I'm like, oh, here come this creep, right? So anyway, so then here go the worst part, y'all. The worst part wasn't even the lung collapsing. The worst part is the doctor on duty. This is not what he does. This is not his area at all. He's like, I'm texting and I'm paging this other doctor. I guess he's a mobile doctor. He goes from hospital to hospital. And he's like, and I'm trying to get in contact with him and let him know what's going on because this is what he does. He specializes, trying to get him to come over here because we're going to have to go in and put a tube to reattach your lung. Okay? I'm like, okay. So I'm back here. I'm waiting. We waiting. He like, listen, we can't wait no more. The doctor is unavailable. I've only done this a few times, but I'm going to ask you to trust me to do it. Okay? So I look at the doctor and I'm like, okay. I'm like, you got, and he was like, yes. But then he says, I can only give you local anesthesia. Now, y'all know that shit mean basically where they numb the spot, right? This ain't got nothing to do with once they get inside my body. This is just, we gonna numb you where I gotta cut you. And then I want to put a tube in and I want to go in between your ribs and down up under your boob